So apparently DrDisrespect came back yesterday, right? And he made, well, during his live stream, he made his statement about the allegations and everything that happened. I knew, well, he did say he was gonna come back before he left. I was wondering what he was gonna talk about when he came back, because he already made like a statement. He already said that he admitted it to texting a minor. And let's put that word into let's put that word on the spot. Nobody knows who it was. Nobody knows what age they were. And remember, he said minor at first, and then he edited it out, and then he edited it back in. So people are, well, I'm sure it was his diehard fans at first that were the first ones to be like, oh, she had to be 17. We don't know. We don't know who the person was. We don't know how old they were at the time. And of course, he's not going to say if they were younger, 15, 14, 16. He's not going to say that. He's going to go let his community say 17 and then let that ride with the rest of the people. So just keep that in mind. We don't know. But I finally found, after 24 minutes, I finally found where it seems like he's gonna finally start talking about the allegations. So let's get into it. Let's see what he's gonna say. This is during his live stream. I closed the chat because I don't really care what they have to say. But let's get into it. Let's see what's up.
For almost 4 years, champs, the public demanded to hear from the doc regarding the Twitch suspension.
Right, but you couldn't talk about it because of the legality.
Missed the point with my personal statement.
Where you
maybe it's
admitted
time
it?
to tell my side of the story. Huh, champs? You see, there was a lawsuit pending, and as part of that arbitration, all parties were not allowed to speak publicly about the case.
Right.
I respected those rules. My lawsuit against Twitch was eventually resolved, as you all know. But even then, as part of the settlement, all parties were still prohibited from speaking publicly about the case or the settlement. However, if one side violated that confidentiality,
okay,
then the other side could respond. And again, champs, again, I respected all the confidential obligations. But apparently Twitch's own disgruntled employees didn't feel the need to abide by those same obligations. Cody Connors, ex-Twitch employee, wasn't even involved, leaks Twitch's reported reason. Years later, Cody, why do this?
Why'd you say leaks in quotes? He said you were caught texting a minor, and then you admitted that you were caught texting a minor, and you said it sometimes leaned inappropriately. So why'd you say leaks, Twitch's reports or whatever, like as if that's Twitch's claims, like kind of like that, like, well, you admitted to the claims that Cody quote unquote leaked. So
what was the point? This was settled professionally. And you, knowing how black and white the internet is, you decided, you fucking rat, to leak the reported reason Twitch banned me in 2020. Well, I mean, for what? Cody, why? Did you not know the repercussions from spewing lies about the two-time?
Lies? You admitted to it. What lies are you talking about? He said you were caught texting a minor, and you said, yeah, I was texting a minor. And then you edited to saying, yeah, I was texting someone. And then you edited again to put the word minor back in. So what lies are you talking about? Now, for Cody to do that, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know why he decided to just straight up put it out there just because he left Twitch. Maybe he left Twitch on bad terms and was like, you know what? I don't give a shit. Fuck everybody, and just put it out there. But I guess he had a bone to pick with Twitch and Doc, so he said, screw it, screw both of you. And then, I don't know. That was kind of dumb. But Doc still admitted to the allegations that Cody first pointed out. Cody said he got caught texting a minor. Doc said, yes, I was texting a minor. How are they lies now? How are you trying to run that shit back?
Did you not know the repercussions of accusing me, Cody Connors? You see, you don't know shit, and it was obvious from your tweet. You didn't have any firsthand knowledge of my dispute with Twitch. You said that I got banned from Twitch because I was sexting a minor through Whisper's messages? Do you even know what the legal definition of sexting is? I do. And yeah,
Well, you did say it's lean inappropriately at times. So, based off your words, leaning inappropriately, obviously you're gonna try to make yourself look better, look good. You're gonna try to put yourself in a good light. So, for all we know, it probably was sexting. I mean, since it was leaning inappropriately, it could have. For all we know, there's still a strong chance it was sexting instead.
Used Twitch as whispers, but trust me, I wasn't sexting anyone. You also said the word minor, Cody.
So did you.
I even made sure that word was emphasized in my statement, edited, etc.
Yes, you said it in your statement, and then you edited it out of your statement, and then people caught that, and then you edited it back in to your statement. We can see your edit history. So it's not like you said it without saying minor and then edited it in just to emphasize it. No, it was already in. You took it out and then you took it back. You put it back in once we noticed.
Just to make sure these so-called journalists would pick up on it. And boy, oh boy, did they ever, champs. When you and all these so-called journalists, Cody, fired off your tweets, did any of you consider that the Twitch user may have been over the legal age of consent at the time of the messages?
Bro, nah, don't even. Don't even. Because you said it was a minor. Even you said it was a minor. And like I said in the beginning of this, we don't know how old the person was. He's not gonna tell us, obviously. But for all we know, the person, the kid, the boy, the girl, whatever, whoever they were probably, they could have been 16, 15, 14, 13, whatever. We don't know. He's not gonna tell us. And his community is obviously gonna root for him, so they're gonna say, oh, she was 17. So there's nothing wrong with it. Of course they're gonna say that kind of thing to try and back up one of their favorite streamers. So for all we know, she was 16 or younger, but he's not gonna tell us how old she was. Whoever the actual person is hasn't showed up or said anything at all. But remember, all we know is that it was a minor. So now it seems like he's trying to say, oh, she was over the legal age of consent, because yes, as my super fans backed me up and said that she was 17, and some states it is 17, and in some states it is 17, I guess, or whatever. So he can be like, yeah, she was over the legal age of consent. Yeah. So, just to make himself look good. Nah, bro, come on.
You didn't. Neither did any of these journalists, and neither did Twitch at the time of the ban. You also tried to tell the world that I was trying to meet up with this user at TwitchCon, but you're wrong. Let's set the record straight. I never intended to meet this user ever. We never made plans to meet at TwitchCon or anywhere else, and in fact, we never met in person ever.
That's because you got caught.
Your bullshit accusations gave false courage to other former Twitch employees to make shit up as well. I suspect all of you sort of planned and coordinated this attack.
I doubt it, bro.
These big time publications, these journalists, these various outlets are sort of just gossip channels now. Don't you think, champs? They act like they're just gossip channels now, without any real journalism and real research happening.
He's really trying to make sure that his core fan base is still gonna ride with him, even though he got caught, you know, sexting a minor. He's really trying to throw
on
the
all this
curveball.
based on leaks from 2 former Twitch employees, one of whom was supposedly on the trust and safety team. If these anonymous sources worked on the trust and safety team at the time of my Twitch suspension in 2020, then you would hope they would tell the truth. But apparently that's just too much to ask. If these former trust and safety team members, and by the way, I know exactly who they are, actually had firsthand knowledge, then what they conveniently left out is, 1, Twitch's trust and safety team, the same employees that decided to ban me, internally admitted that the whisper messages were not sexting. And 2, Twitch's trust and safety team, the same employees that decided to ban me, internally acknowledged that the whispers did not constitute child sexual abuse material CSAM.
Show us that. Show us those messages. Show them saying that. At least do that.
I'll say it again. Neither I nor the Twitch user exchanged any sexual graphic messages or images. Cody Connors and these other anonymous sources are trying to paint a picture that I was exchanging sexually explicit messages and photos with this Twitch user. That never happened.
You can say that you and the user weren't sending sexually graphic images, but they're still sexting and then sending like sexual content, sexually like graphic images. So, I mean, and you yourself said that it was sometimes leaned inappropriately. Inappropriately in which way though? No, you mean like sexting? I mean, you can't just be like having a conversation with a minor and then tell a sex joke and then be like, oh, it's sometimes leaned inappropriately. Because that's still bad. That's still as bad as it's not as bad as sending like pictures, but it's still okay. Yes, it is. Let's just say it's bad. It's all bad, and it's all in the same boat. Come on, bro, own up to your shit.
I even used the word inappropriate purposely.
Of course, you want to make yourself look better.
Defined by everyone, champs, huh? Including these defaming articles. I'm sorry, but mutual bantering with inappropriate jokes taken out of context should have never led to me getting banned from Twitch in the first place. I mean, how would each of you look if all of your private DMs, your text messages, your chats were looked at, dissected, and taken out of context by someone who's deliberately trying to find something inappropriate in those words?
I get what he's saying. Yeah, I'd be pissed if I was having an innocent conversation, and somebody was picking through my chats trying to find a way to paint me in some type of light. I'd be pissed. But you know what? What would actually blow the lid off that and prove my innocence? Just showing the messages. And that way everybody can see if they were inappropriate or not. They can see for themselves if they were inappropriate or not. They can see for themselves how innocent they were or not. They can see for themselves, you know, they can make their own judgment on how, if they were sexualized or not. If it was something you should have been banned for or not. But if he shows them, then yeah, cool. We can take a look and we can talk about him, and we can be like, all right, yeah, he shouldn't have been banned. He's, you know, is wrongfully accused. If they were innocent. If he shows them and they're not innocent, well, he's probably not going to show them then.
And this is not a situation where a victim publicly accuses someone of wrongdoing. That never happened here. We're talking about allegations that Twitch made against me as a half-baked reason for justifying their actions of suspending and shutting down my channel. Allegations that Twitch made without even a legal analysis of whether the whisper messages were legal. You see, I engage with my community. I engage with other streamers. And through Twitch Whispers, I communicate with Twitch users. Conversations that consisted of a variety of playing games and gaming politics, content creation, random stuff. This was the extent of my whispers with this Twitch user. On June 21st, 2020, my ex-Twitch partner manager learns that I exchanged whispers with the Twitch user. And I say ex-partner manager because for years, this guy didn't do anything for me, my community, or my channel. For years. I'm talking.
I wonder why that was. Like, I mean, I don't know about what Twitch managers do, but from what I see when people talk about like their YouTube managers or their YouTube, partner managers or Twitch partner managers or whatever, most people be like, yeah, I had an issue. I talked to my person. Some people be like, yeah, they had my back. And some people like, they tried their best, but I feel like they could have tried harder, but eventually they got it solved. But so like, what if, for all we know, maybe he didn't do anything, he didn't or couldn't do much for you because the shit that you did wasn't, he couldn't do anything about. I don't know, but from what I mostly hear from others, from other content creators, their people either have their back and then handle shit right away for them, or sometimes it takes a little longer and they could have tried harder, but eventually things get resolved. I don't know.
No front page love. You're talking about the face of the platform, right? Literally, the face of the platform. And I know Champions Club remembers this.
So you're mad because you weren't put on the front page? Like, it seems like they try to put a lot of smaller creators on there nowadays, at least, instead of like someone who already has millions. I don't know.
We got zero front page love on the website. He was never on my channel. He didn't follow me on Twitter. He wouldn't even inform us about Twitch rival tournaments. We're talking about the two-time Twitch rival tournament. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you want to play in it? We got zero support from this guy. And it was just so obvious that he carried a grudge against the two-time. So after we signed with Twitch
why didn't you ask for another one? Or he was just bad at his job, but you still could have asked for another one.
2019, we asked for a new partner manager.
Okay, cool.
And just a few months later, that ex-Twitch partner manager is directly involved with getting me banned. Coincidence?
So did he not help you because he knew the dirt? He knew you had skeletons in your closet, and he just wasn't trying to involve you in things because of the skeletons in your closet? And then when he got him replaced, he decided to let the others know of the skeletons in your closet? Or was he just being an asshole because he was salty from getting replaced? I don't know.
The Twitch user tells the ex-Twitch partner manager that they do not want to report anything to Twitch. I'll repeat that sentence one more time just in case anybody missed that one. The Twitch user tells this ex-Twitch partner manager that they do not want to report anything to Twitch. But this ex-Twitch partner manager encourages the user and even directs them to file a report directly with Twitch, even though the user told him clearly that we never physically met anywhere and that no photographs were exchanged. On June 24th, 2020, Twitch's...
Okay, you probably didn't meet because you were exposed before that. And you probably... no photos were exchanged means no photos were exchanged. It doesn't mean things were sexually charged during the conversations.
Special operations team receives and reviews the user's report. They find no issues and determine that it did not warrant any further escalation to Twitch's law enforcement response team.
Then why'd you get banned?
That would have been the end. That should have been the end. But that partner manager, oh boy, did he had it out. He had it out for the two-time.
It's low key. It seems like he's slowly deflecting and trying to blame someone else for reasons that he got banned, other than just talking about the allegations themselves. Like, again, just show the messages or talk about talk about the allegations themselves and why they were wrong or why you're actually innocent, or which you already admitted that you are guilty. But you could just talk about the allegations. But now it seems like he's trying to deflect and talk about how, you know, the reason that how his partner manager got him banned. Like, I think most of us are concerned with the allegations. I know for a long time we were wondering why he got banned, why we got banned. But after everything else that happened, I think most of us are concerned with the allegations and not exactly the reason why he got banned. I hope this is going somewhere.
He finds out that no further action will be taken, so what does he do? He personally escalates the report to a friend on the Twitch's LER team. The LER team, remember, that's the Twitch's law enforcement response team. He escalates the report to a friend on Twitch's LER team. So a day later, on June 25th, the LER analyst pulls the entirety of the Whisper messages and begins discussing them with his director of the LER team. Mind you, this director is on vacation at that time and does not have access to their computer or work files. Let me just remind you, I went through a multi-year, a big-time arbitration, okay? And, you know, you discover a lot of stuff. Mind you, this director is on vacation at that time. The LER analyst cherry picks and sends a few targeted excerpts out of context from the Whisper messages to this director.
Man, you know how everybody loves to say how things are always taken out of context. So now when I hear people saying, "Oh, that's taken out of context," but the context is sometimes all there, but the person who's being, you know, who's trying to defend themselves is like, "Oh, it's out of context," but the context is all there. So now I don't really like when people say it was out of context. It's like, okay, but was it really though? Like now I just kind of take it with a grain of salt. Also, if the other guy, you say the guy didn't have his computer. I mean, there's always the phone. You can probably get or go onto someone else's computer, or the guy is on vacation. I'm sure if he wanted to, he could have bought a computer. Highly unlikely, or at least he had a laptop with him or something, right? You probably could have checked off there. I don't know the guy's business.
Now, if you do this, you can make anyone's messages look inappropriate, even when they aren't. Within less than 1 hour, this LER analyst and his director have made the decision to suspend me from Twitch. Twitch submits a report to NCMEC. You guys all read those little articles, huh? The NCMEC. Twitch submits that report. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Guess what?
Hold on, real quick. Let me say, if that's how the LECR person actually handled it, instead of saying, "Hey, let me see the full thing. Let me see the full. Send me the full document, or send me the full everything, so I can determine for myself." If he just saw a couple of things that could have been clipped out of could have been taken out of context, and made that decision, then that's on him. That's a bad decision to move. Although I don't think when you get to a position that high, I don't think you'll just look at a few things that someone cherry picks and sends you and be like, "Oh yeah, ban this guy." I don't think you'll do that. You're probably someone that's gonna want to see the whole thing so that you can make your own decision, versus just looking at what somebody sends you and says, "Okay, yeah, whatever, yeah, let's ban them." You're probably gonna want to see the whole thing. So I highly doubt it was cherry picked statements and not the whole thing. If it was, then that's a bad LECR. You know what I'm saying? He did it bad. He's doing his job bad. But if it wasn't, then Doc is just saying things to help himself look good. You know, oh, he was saying cherry pick statements instead of saying he was saying instead of saying he was sent the whole thing that was in context. Doc's gonna say, oh, he was sent cherry pick statements that's out of context to make himself look good. So I don't know, but I highly doubt someone who gets that high up in a position is going to ask for, is going to look at cherry pick statements and be like, okay, yeah, ban him. He's probably gonna ask for the whole thing so he can look at everything in its entirety and make his own decision.
As far as I know, and over 4 years have passed, they didn't do anything with the report. As far as I know, they didn't escalate Twitch's report to law enforcement. Mind you, the same people that made this decision admit internally that the messages did not constitute sexting. The same people that made this decision at Twitch admit internally that the messages did not warrant any child sexual abuse material charge.
How can we trust that? Like, I haven't seen anything about that. I haven't seen like any posts or statements about that. If he's saying that this is what they found during like the whole law, during the law procedures, the procedurals and shit, is he saying this is what they discovered, or is he saying and by him saying this is what they discovered, he can just be like, oh, you know, this happened, instead of telling this the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God, or whatever. So I don't know. I haven't seen those statements myself. So since I haven't seen them, all we have to do is, if I can't tell if anyone else has seen them because I haven't seen anybody talking about them. So all we can do is go off what Doc says, and Doc is gonna try to paint himself in the best light.
Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me while admitted they did not perform any legal analysis of whether the messages exchanged were legal in any way. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me while admitting that they never investigated the age of consent in the jurisdiction where the user's messages were sent and received.
Again, going off the age of consent thing. So again, we don't know how old the person was, right? He's acting like the person was 17 and they were legally in the age of consent in their location. That's what he's acting like. We don't know how old the person was. Nobody knows how old the person was. We haven't seen the message. The person who is involved hasn't said anything. So we don't know how old they actually were, but his DrDisrespect's diehard fans have tried their best to say she was 17, or to make it, you know, known that she was 17. We don't know that. Nobody does. Nobody knows how old she was. But Doc is playing off the fact that yes, she was, you know, 17, and she, in her state, that's the legal age of consent. Come on, bruh.
Which makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me without ever interviewing me, the user, or any other third party, including the partner manager. It's fucking unbelievable!
And how long was he gone? How long was he gone? How long was his vacation? So he had plenty of time to think of all this shit to say, so that he could make a presentation of it, organize all this shit in his head, make a presentation of it, and put it out there for us to take in and digest. And of course, his diehard fans are gonna be like, see, I told you he was innocent. I told you. Mind you, he's already admitted to the allegations. And mind you, we don't know the person's actual age. So he's playing off of the person was 17 and in a legal state. We don't know if that's true or not. And now, for all we know, he's put on this act of him being mad and all this shit happening to him when he knows the truth.
I'm not gonna get into
when he knows the actual truth, and he's telling us portions of or miscued truth, you know? So that, or like, that's how liars make their lies sound truthful, right? They sprinkle in little bits of the truth with the whole lie to make their lie seem truthful. So for all we know, again, the person could have been under the age of 16 or 15, 14. It could have been under the age of 17. And we don't know, we still don't know Twitch's part, you know. We don't know if the LECR or whatever only saw hand-picked or cherry-picked statements from, you know, his ex-partner manager. We don't know that. This is everything that Doc is telling us. And of course, his hardcore fans are gonna be like, yeah, I knew Doc was in the right. We don't know this shit. They're not gonna question him. Of course, I'm gonna question that shit.
Into every detail regarding my legal case. But these former Twitch employees that claim to have firsthand knowledge, they just don't have a clue. They didn't report any facts. The judge in the case determined that the whispers were not illegal.
We don't know that.
So then why did Twitch use these messages against me? Why did Twitch treat the doc so differently from their other streamers? I mean, outside of the obvious.
Oh, because I'm me.
Just take a look at me. Hey, unfiltered. The realest motherfucker in this industry. 6'8", gorgeous, athletic, successful, college degree, college athlete, bourbon business.
So you're saying that they're jealous of you. They're jealous of who you are, so they're trying to demoralize you. Not demoralize, but shine you in a bad light because they're jealous of, is that it, Doc? They're just jealous of you?
Gaming studio, beautiful family. And trust me, we've worked hard for over a decade to improve as a person, a husband, and father, and to get where we're at today. I mean, I'm in such a good place today. And all these people, they all act like they're just so perfect. I'm not perfect.
I mean, you were literally just acting like you were perfect. So, I'm just saying. You were literally just saying that you were perfect.
I don't claim to be perfect.
You kind of just were.
Sometimes I do.
I see.
But I also didn't do all this shit that they're saying I did.
And we don't know that.
But then that doesn't make a story, right? They wanted media attention. The media wants controversy.
What do they gain from saying they had a diddler on their platform? What do they gain from that? If they want media attention, they'll just do some other stupid shit like allowing nudity or depiction of nudity like they did before. What do they gain from just, oh, I don't like DrDisrespect because he's so perfect, 6'8", blah 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 blah, handsome. Oh, I just don't like him. Why don't we try to get rid of? Yeah, we should try to get rid of for no reason, for no innocent reason, for no reason. Yeah. That's that doesn't make sense.
And by sensationalizing all this with big, inaccurate headlines like sexting and sexually explicit.
Well, they obviously were.
You all got what you wanted at the expense of the two-time. The reality is, they wanted to cut down the doc. Plain and simple.
Why? Because they were jealous of you?
Take a look at some of these horrendous acts of Twitch streamers that were never banned. I've got some examples right here.
Of course you do.
Example number 1. A streamer that frequently used the N-word while publicly streaming, which constitutes a violation of Twitch's policies if accompanied by hateful intent. Twitch scheduled a meeting with the streamer to ascertain his intent to determine whether his conduct was a violation of Twitch's policies, ultimately determining it was not a breach of Twitch's policies. Why wasn't I called into a meeting? Why wasn't my intent taken into consideration, champs?
It probably was.
Example number 2. Streamer was reported for discussing doing things with deceased animals and discussing pedophilia, all while live streaming. Never suspended, but instead given a multi-million-dollar contract.
That sounds like
Example
Kick,
number 3.
not Twitch.
Streamer was reported for a sexually explicit stream involving children and telling children to send Snapchats of them playing with themselves. Never suspended, but instead, given a multi-million-dollar contract.
That also sounds like Kick and not Twitch. But if I'm wrong, then let me know in the comments.
It's so obvious that certain Twitch executives, employees involved had personal biases against the doc and used all of this as an opportunity to terminate my contract. Go back and look at the timing of all this too. The doc's termination lines up with 2 preferable, profitable, and expensive streamers leaving Mixer.
Wait, so you think they got rid of you just so that they can hire
Twitch
them?
Knew that Mixer had failed. And go look at the timing. These other expensive streamers needed a new streaming platform. So Twitch rushed through its decision to terminate the two-time. You see,
Oh, that doesn't make sense. So you're telling me that there was two other expensive streamers that were leaving Mixer, and instead of them saying, you know what, we could have 3 great expensive streamers, instead of saying that, they were like, no, we gotta get rid of Doc so that we can make room for these other 2 expensive streamers. Doesn't make sense. I mean, they're backed by Amazon, aren't they? Okay.
I shouldn't even be banned from Twitch.
You sure?
It has affected us on so many levels. Back in 2020 and now in 2024. And Cody, Connors, I just have to say it again. Why would you do this?
Are you mad that he exposed you?
Like I said, this was handled professionally years ago. No fucking wrongdoing. But because of you, Cody, we just lost. Fuck, man.
You lost your sponsorships. You lost your midnight thing with for your game. You lost your YouTube thing, your YouTube monetization. You've been off Twitch, so you know. So yeah. You lost a lot of stuff. Again, that's probably why you never want to mention. We don't know when he could have, like he said, it was handled professionally, right? We don't know when he could have already started talking about it, because we don't have those legal papers in front of us, right? We don't know when he could have started talking about it, and when, or if he's still waiting for some legal shit to be handled so that he could, or like, let's say Cody never said anything. If he was still waiting for some legal shit to be taken care of, that he could talk about it later. But we don't know when he could have been able to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? He could have been able to talk about it like 2 years ago, 3 years, like, you know what I'm saying? 2 years ago, or 1 to 3 years ago, right? But he knew what would have happened if that truth came out. So he didn't want to risk losing the sponsorships, the midnight whatever for his game, the YouTube monetization. He didn't want to risk losing all that. So that's why he probably chose never to say anything. That being said, let's say that he was still waiting for some legal stuff to be handled so that he could address, you know, why he was banned off Twitch. But Cody stepped in and did all that other shit. Now here we are. Let's say that is the truth. The world may never know.
Unfortunately, we have to lay off people from Midnight Society.
What do you mean we? Weren't you laid off?
Because of you, Cody.
Yeah, even if he was still waiting for some legal things to be taken care of so that he could finally start talking about why he was banned off Twitch. He was going to try and put it in a way that he wouldn't, either he was never going to talk about it and just let people slowly forget, or he will try to put it in a way to where to make himself look in the best light so that he doesn't lose everything he has lost. So low key, Cody might have, you know, just helped us all. Like Cody might have done the right thing instead of just trying to be an asshole. Cody might have actually just like done what was best in general.
You know, through all this, we are where we are. And like a fucking man, I'll accept it.
You look
but
like
I
you're
don't
about to cry.
accept sitting quietly by and let these idiots attack me with false accusations. No. For all these doc haters out there too, oh man, the ones that project and project and project and project and worry about everyone else's problems, right? I can't understand that mindset. I could care less. We've always stayed in our lane, but somehow, some way, these people, they just get in our lane.
I don't even know you. I saw drama pop off, so I decided to talk about it. I don't hate you. I don't like you. I don't know you. I'm talking about the drama. And now I'm talking about how it feels like you're trying to deflect. It feels like you're trying to do a lot of other things than just be like, this is what happened. This is what happened. This is what happened. You know what I'm saying?
For all you doc haters, I'm sure you'll dissect all of this and still find a way to publicly criticize me. Do what you need to do.
I'm not a hater, but I am doing that.
I'll say this isn't for you. This was for my team today, my community, my friends, La Familia that have supported me. And I'm not denying the exchange of whispers.
Because you know they're gonna take your word for it. You know they're not gonna try and dissect it. You know they're not gonna try to see if you're telling the truth, which you decided to call your live stream the truth. They're not gonna look further into it. They're just gonna take your word for it, face value.
First champs.
That's why I'm saying it's for them.
To all of you out there, it looks bad. I have no way of knowing if the Twitch user thought our exchange of whispers was inappropriate. If it was, I apologize.
No,
all I know is that I never did what Twitch, Cody Connors, or the public is claiming that I did.
That's a lie. You admitted to it. Hold on.
Claiming. All I know is that I never did what Twitch, Cody Connors, or the public is claiming that I did.
You admitted to what Cody Connors said you did. You admitted to it. What do you mean? What do you talk about? You admitted to it when you posted made that post on fucking Twitter, formerly known as X, or X from whatever, X formerly known as Twitter. You admitted to it, and now you're saying that you didn't do it, bro, man. Hell no.
That's it. I'm not saying anything more about any of this, right?
All right. So if that's it, then that's it. But come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Like, obviously you had plenty of time to think about what you wanted to say. You know that there's a lot of things that we can't double check to make sure that you are saying what is correct. We can't fact check you. And obviously your core fan base that you said this is for them, obviously they're gonna take you at face value. They're gonna say, yep, I believe it at face value, because this is for them or whatever. Again, we can't really fact check everything that you said, and you had plenty of time to think about what you wanted to say, so you can paint yourself in the best light possible. Shoot, I bet that even the LECR person or whatever that you said was on vacation, I bet they weren't even on vacation. They were probably in the office at their desk, and they had everything in front of them, context and all. For all we know, but we can't really fact check that. It doesn't look like he's gonna show the messages, so we can't say if they were inappropriate or sexually charged or not. We can't check that. So there was a lot of talking here, a lot of deflecting here, and a lot of believe me or trust me, champs. There's a lot of that in here, but there was no proof of anything. So all we can do is continue to speculate and continue to go off what we do know, because he hasn't proven his own innocence. I mean, I say innocence, but he hasn't really proven anything to us, because he's obviously not innocent. He admitted to the allegations already, you know, back when he made that Twitter tweet. So he's not innocent, but he's not showing us that. Again, he's not saying how old they were. He's trying to allude to the fact that they were at least 17 and in a state of where they were legal age. He's trying to allude to that, but he's not really saying how old they were. So for all we know, they were 16, 15, 14, 13. You know what I'm saying? And for all we know, those messages were sexually charged. But that's it. I guess that's all he's gonna say. I guess he's never gonna show us the messages. And by the way, he probably doesn't have the messages anymore, because when people get caught doing something they weren't supposed to do, they tend to try to get rid of the evidence as soon as they can. So he probably doesn't have the messages anymore because he knows that that person was actually younger than 17 or younger, most likely younger than 17, and he knows those messages were sexually charged. So he wanted to so he got rid of them. So he probably doesn't have the messages to show because he already got rid of them. Or he could just show us the messages and be like, hey, see, this is what we talked about. Like he said, they weren't they weren't sexually charged. There no pictures were sent, and you know, it was only inappropriate jokes. Like then we can see that for ourselves, but he doesn't want to show it. It's really like it's a whole lot of trust me, champs, I'm still in the right. Now, of course, his core fan base is gonna take that and run with it. They're gonna believe him face value, and that's what he wants. But as far as his YouTube monetization coming back up, like if a YouTube employee looks at it the same way I did, or just looks at it and just looks at it but says, hey, there's no proof here, there's no this, that here, there's no that here, you're missing this, this, and this. It's all a bunch of me saying this. Take my word for it. I don't think he's gonna get remonetized, but YouTube might remonetize him anyway. But do I think he should get remonetized? No. No. I mean, he was kicked off Twitch for a reason, and he lost his Midnight City or whatever thing for a reason. He doesn't show anything he's not showing us anything that would help us be like, okay, yeah, he was wrongfully, you know, charged, wrongfully, all this shit is wrong for him to have to go through. He's not showing anything for us to be like, okay, yeah, it's just a bunch of, I'm saying this and trust me, champs. So no, I don't really think he should get his YouTube monetization back. Will he? I don't know. Should I care? I don't know. I don't care. But I guess we're not gonna get any more out of him. And until like whoever the person was, whoever the minor was, I doubt they'll ever say anything. They probably got paid off not to say it, not to ever speak on it. They're probably under contract not to speak on it right now or something. But whatever. This is where we're gonna end this video of DrDisrespect's Return. So don't forget to do those 3 things I like to ask you to do, and like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell and the video for more videos. Yeah. And you know what it is after that? You know what? Hold up. Let me know what you guys think about this whole DrDisrespect thing in the comments below. I'm sure his diehard fans are probably gonna see this and downvote the shit out of it because, like, I'm pretty much right here. He's not showing us anything that will make us take back what we said. He's not showing us anything. It's just a bunch of trust me, champs. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. And don't forget to do blah blah blah. After all of that, I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace and much love to you.